This weekend, at the Spanish GP, Red Bull seems determined to regain dominance after facing a series of challenging circuits. The 2024 Formula One season has transformed into a fierce competition between 3 or even 4 teams in the last few races, but Red Bull is eager to reaffirm its supremacy on tracks that better suit its car. Since the updates in Miami and Imola, McLaren and Ferrari have been closing the gap to Red Bull. In Canada, Mercedes entered the fray, making the competition even more intense by hitting a sweet spot with its own updates. This new dynamic has breathed fresh life into the season, especially after Max Verstappen and Red Bull's smooth sailing in 2023. In the last 4 races, the gap between the pole position and the second place, with varying teams completing the front row, was 0.141s, 0.091s, 0.154s, and 0.000s, the latter resulting from the epic tie between George Russell and Verstappen in Montreal. The victory margins have also narrowed, coming down to less than a second in the thrilling race at Imola, where Verstappen had to fend off Lando Norris and McLaren after struggling with tire wear. However, the critical point is that these last 4 races took place on technical circuits, filled with bumps and irregularities that exploited Red Bull's Achilles heel. Both Red Bull drivers were clearly struggling with the car's difficult behavior, which seriously affected Sergio Perez's confidence. Even so, Verstappen managed to win 2 of the last 4 races, which could be a threatening sign for the upcoming traditional circuits of Barcelona, Austria, and Silverstone, which form the first triple-header of 2024. As the Spanish GP approaches, expectations are high. Red Bull is ready to face its competitors and demonstrate that it is still the team to beat. It will be interesting to see how these battles unfold and if Red Bull can reclaim its absolute dominance. Excitement is guaranteed for Formula One fans, who eagerly await another round of intense and adrenaline-filled competition. Charles Leclerc has already made it clear that Red Bull's strength will be more visible on a track like Barcelona. Russell also echoed the concerns of the Ferrari drivers with similar words. Red Bull remains confident. Yes, this race will give us a clear view, Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko told Motorsport.com. Barcelona is a traditional racing track and will give us a good indication of what to expect in Austria, Silverstone, and other circuits. We think Barcelona will be good for us. Team principal Christian Horner was equally optimistic after Red Bull virtually emerged unscathed from its toughest sequence on non-traditional circuits, securing 2 wins and poles. The last 2 races have been more challenging for us, but we still managed to win 2 of the last 3, Horner commented. We took pole in Imola and matched the pole time in Montreal, with a car where both drivers are feeling the deficiencies. There is still uncertainty about who will be the closest rival, as the differences are minimal and very specific to each track. McLaren has been the most consistent in recent weeks, scoring between 27 and 30 points in 5 consecutive weekends. They are confident their MCL38 will be strong on high-speed circuits, continuing their good performance from the second half of 2023. Oscar Piastri expressed confidence. I think we can still maintain our confidence. I wouldn't say we're weak in high speed, but others have probably caught up with us. I'm confident we'll be up front. Red Bull will probably be a bit stronger, but we'll be in the fight. Ferrari had a tough weekend in Montreal, with setup errors costing them dearly, resulting in Q2 drops and retirements for Leclerc and Sainz. However, team principal Vasseur believes it was an isolated case and is focused on keeping the team's upward trajectory. We'll have good and bad weekends, but the important thing is to keep the same approach, continue developing, solving problems, and not let motivation drop, Vasseur stated. We're not world champions after a good weekend, and we're not lost after a tough weekend. We'll be back in Spain with the same pace. Mercedes faces a crucial weekend, seeking to confirm if its new front wing can produce gains on a different type of circuit, also bringing an updated floor to Barcelona. I think our performance step is real, Russell said after fighting for a win in Montreal. I hope we can stay in the fight with Max, and we'll see with Ferrari, which had a weekend off, Russell added. Team director Toto Wolff commented, since Imola, we've taken the right steps and put parts on the car that are working. It seems like we're improving performance every weekend. We have new parts coming to Barcelona that should help us. When asked about Mercedes' improvement, Norris said, "Gee, if they're faster in the next races and join the fight with Ferrari, Red Bull, and us, it will only make our lives more exciting and stressful." He added, "There will probably be 8 cars fighting at the top, so it's exciting for us and for everyone watching." The competition between Ferrari, McLaren, and Mercedes until the summer break is undoubtedly exciting. The big question is whether Red Bull will be ahead of all of them. And by how much? If you enjoyed this analysis and want to keep up with all the news and discussions about the world of Formula One, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any exciting and impactful news. Thank you for following us, and see you next time.